Hey, welcome back to the channel. So I watch a lot of YouTube videos on motorcycling and of course Harley Davidson. And I just recently watched a video that piqued my interest, and it was about stock Harley Davidsons. So anyways, let's get into it. So this video was talking about three different ways that Harley Davidson actually scams you. Now, I'll say scams you because I don't know if that's necessarily what the guy was talking about, but he called it scams. I'm guessing it's more like ripping off, not really a scam. But so the three ways he says that Harley Davidson scams you is one, selling you stock bikes, two, lowballing you for your trade-in, and number three, overcharging you for servicing your Harley Davidson. Now, to me, two of those three are more of a dealership thing, not necessarily Harley Davidson. I think a lot of them are corporately owned now, anyways, so it might be standardized across the board. But to me, those are more dealer ones. And in this video, I want to talk about the first one, selling you stock bikes. Now, if you're like me, the first thing I thought of is stock bikes. Every dealership sells stock bikes, other than the one in Daytona that sells those other ones that I talked about before. But anyways, but what this guy was referring to for stock bikes, not coming with any features on it. Now, what he used as a reference point was a Victory Highball, that one actually came with upgraded features to it, if you will. Now, the Victory Highball actually came with white wall tires, spoked rims, as well as ape hangers. And he was referring to these as being features that were offered with the bike. So you didn't have to go out and spend thousands of dollars to upgrade those features on your bike. So I actually started riding well after Victory actually already went out of business, and I do own a bike that is from 2018, and that is even after Polaris decided to just go with the Indian name and not deal with Victory at all. So I didn't know a lot about it, other than I used to have a neighbor that used to ride, and he rode Victory, and he swore by them. He wouldn't own anything other than Victory, so I'm sure they were great bikes. So I actually looked into what the Victory Highball looked like. It's actually a pretty nice looking bike, and it is a bike that I could see myself riding, maybe owning. I don't know. I've never actually seen one live before, other than the pictures on the internet. I haven't even seen a video where someone actually has the highball. And if this guy didn't mention it in his video, I don't think I would ever know it ever existed. Now, having said that about the bike, and I think it is a nice looking bike. Me personally, I'm not really a white wall wheel guy. I don't really care for them. So if I did own that, I would have to get rid of those. Another one is spoke wheels. Never really cared for spoked wheels. So I might have to change those. And then the ape handlebars. I'm still debating on my handlebars whether they're the right height for me. So I don't know if ape hangers are something that would suit me. So I don't know. That might be something I might have to change as well. So I guess what I'm saying is I don't think Harley Davidson's scamming you by selling you stock bikes, because Harley Davidson does have a wide range of, especially with soft tails. You can get a street bob with the ape hangers. I don't know, the Heritage Softail used to come with spoke wheels, or you could get it with spoke wheels. I don't know if that's still an option on it. I don't know. They do have a bunch of different Softails that give you a good starting point, but no matter what bike you have, you're going to end up putting more money into it to change it to the way you want it. Handlebars, seats, anything like that. Obviously exhaust, everyone does exhaust. It doesn't matter what they would do with that, unless they actually sold it with the Screaming Eagle. Maybe then you could ride it for a year or two without changing it. So what I've seen, it doesn't matter what the bike actually comes with. Everyone is going to modify it, upgrade it, change the features on it, not necessarily as soon as they buy it, but they are going to change something on it. Because you watch any YouTube video, when someone gets a brand new bike, they go over what they like about the bike, and then the next thing is all the things that they're going to change on the bike because it doesn't suit them, whether that's handlebars, obviously exhaust and intake and stuff like that, that's separate, but they'll change the floorboards or handlebars, hand grips, seat, all of that stuff. So I don't know if it would necessarily make sense of having more features on a stock bike. Now, I know the internet isn't real life, so I will use my anecdotal evidence of actually going out looking for a used bike right now. Previous videos, I'm looking Street Glide, Ultra. Anyways, I go to, there's like 3 different used dealerships that I go to, as well as the dealerships, the Harley dealerships as well, that I do go to and look at bikes. It is very hard to find a bike that's just stock. Almost every single bike that I see online in dealerships all have some kind of modification on it. It could just be simple things as just putting, Screaming Eagle stuff on it. And by Screaming Eagle, I mean the actual eagle, just decorative stuff. Whether it's that or changing handlebars, hand grips, floorboards, seats, every single one. It's very hard to find a stock bike. Having said that, if you do find a stock bike, they tend to be more expensive than something that has been modified, which I find kind of fascinating. But anyways, and Harley does have bikes with features on it. Just look at the CVOs. Now those bikes actually, they do come with upgraded everything on it. They do tend to be a lot more expensive. And they do actually hold their value, because any used CVOs that you look at, they're a lot more expensive. When I say a lot more, they're like $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 more expensive used, opposed to the same year of model that's not the CVO. So I guess what I'm saying is, if they did add the features, that would be more expensive for you to actually buy the bike, and you potentially would be changing those features anyways. So I don't know. Do you think I don't think it makes sense to add these features to it, because you're going to just change it. I think the range of Softails that they have are pretty good. The touring bikes, they don't seem to have those options anymore. I do kind of like the Indian, where they have the 3 levels for the Scout now, where you can change the amount of electronics on it. I think that's actually a good idea, and I could see that being something Harley should do. But anyways, what do you guys think? Do you think first of all, I don't think Harley's scamming you for selling you stock bikes. But what do you think? Would you rather see more features on it? The price of the bikes would end up going up, or keeping it the way it is and you're going to modify it yourself anyways? Anyways, until next time. Later.